Alright guys, welcome back to the Adam Show. Tonight we have a 1,000-point battle between the Astra Militarum and the Tyranids. The Astra Militarum tonight will be the Cadian detachment. We'll be running a battalion, which will consist of... We've got company commander, he'll be the warlord, he'll be using the Cadian war trait. Warlord trait gives him on 4+. An additional unit can use the same order he's just giving command for. Here we have a heavy weapons team, 3 autocannons, self-explanatory. We have 3 identical troops choices, 1, 2, 3, 10-man infantry squads. Each squad is armed with a las cannon, guy with a plasma gun, and they're pretty straightforward. I haven't paid for the Voxcaster, but they're on the models. Next up we have a unit of Ogrins, slab shield grenadier gauntlet. Just love the model, bit of fun against Tyranids. Hopefully they can stand in front of my smaller guys and do something, you know, a few shots, beat some things down, take some shots with their shields. Then I'm running 3 separate units of Sentinels. We've got 1, 2, 3. They're all identical. So they'll just sit in different parts of the battlefield. They're all armed with the rockets. I like the idea of this because I can sit the 3 guys and, you know, give versatility across the army. You know, hit swarms or hit things with a hard rocket. Yeah, I like the idea of them. I don't see a lot of people running them. But, as again, a lot of the time I play with things I like as opposed to things that are more powerful. Right, next in the list we have Lemaine Russ battle tank. Straightforward. It's a battle tank. It's got the cannon, heavy bolter. It'll be doing its thing, sitting there and big shots. Next we have the second in charge, who is the tank commander. So we've got las cannon, heavy stubber, multi-melters, the auto cannons. A lot of people don't like the auto cannons. I just love the idea of it. Range 48, 8 shots, or if you know, move under half, 8 shots. Got my little guy in there with his gas mask. Got a guy in the back here, you know, he's running repairs and stuff on the tank, as it's the commander. So this is pretty much the heavy hitting part. I wanted to put multi-melter las cannon and the auto cannons on it, just to sort of be able to do heavy hitting duties. It's not how everyone arms them, but that's how I've armed it. So that's the 1,000 points Acadian. Comes in at 8 command points. See how it does. Let's check out the other side. Alright guys, here is the sorry, not Necrons. They are not Necrons, quite clearly. They're Tyranids. Here's the Tyranids. So they'll also be running a battalion. So leading the battalion is one of my favourite models that I've created. He's the big fella. It's one of my most expensive models also, just because it's made from so many different parts. I've extended the body, just done everything. Just wanted to make it look like a giant beast of a thing, and it does. This thing will be awesome with 2 giant sets of Skything Talons. He will be the warlord. This army will be running Behemoth. He'll be running the Behemoth warlord trait, which I think it's on the 6th. He does 1 extra damage, and he'll also be running the Behemoth bio artifact, which is called the Scythes of Tyranid, which give him +1 strength, AP3, 3 damage, and on a 6+, more hit rolls, but can't generate more hit rolls on top of that. Second in charge, my Space Hulk Broodlord. I have all the other Broodlords from GW. This one's the one that I like. I play a lot of Blood Angels, so it's cool that he's got the Blood Angels bits in him. Kind of awesome, and he's pointing, you know, he's in charge. Alright, we have 2 Screamer Killers, because I'm old school. I've played Warhammer for about 26 years now, and Screamer Killers were the original. And still the coolest. The whole idea of them smashing their way into space barges and spitting, hissing, and, you know, bioplasma onto Space Marines and the like is just cool. And they just look cool, just sort of big spidery, you know, looking bad boys. They're not the most competitive, but I like them. Then we got this guy. This was a bit of a points filler, but he's also a good distraction. You got a Lictor, you know, you can put him in there and he will just distract the enemy. That's his whole role. Just get in, distract, make them make some moves that maybe they didn't want to make if they do. All right, then we got 2 units of Gene Stealers, Rending Claws, Scything Talons. Nothing special here. You've seen them before. It's 1,000 points, so if anyone's wondering why they're only in 10-man units, it's because it's 1,000 points. And the final troops choice, Rule of Cool Guys. Warriors. Bone Swords, Death Spitters. Very cool models. Love the models. They're my favourite Tyranid model. Look at them, badasses. It's what you want. I wanted to try these guys out. I did paint them a while back, and they've never been in a battle. Let's see what they could do. So that's the Tyranids. As their army-wide trait, they'll get reroll assault charges, which, as you can see, there's not a lot of shooting in this list, so it makes a lot of sense. We'll set up and we'll go from there. Alright guys. Alright guys, so the armies are set up. The guard have made a strong point here. The game is the relic. The relic here is Cassius. He's gone into the city with his kill team to find out information on the Nids. And his whole team's been slaughtered. He's mortally injured, he can't fight back, he's just on the verge here. The guys are calling out to him. Hot on his tail. Coming out of the city. Got a Carnifex on this side. We've got a big blob of the guys here. We've got the hunter team up the front. Then we've got these guys following him shoot. And then another guy over this side to flank, just to put pressure on each side. And then of course in reserve. And this guy's eventually going to come down when he gets signalled from the hive mind that Cassius has escaped and he has vital information. Alright. Roll this dice to see if the Tyranids can steal the initiative. They do not. We'll get back to you with the end of Guardsman, turns 1. Alright, the conclusion of turn 1 for the Guard. So, the tank commander managed to put a hail of shots on the Lictor that was in here, blowing him to bits, giving first blood. These guys here managed to shoot down the tunnel at some of the Gene Stealers. They managed to kill one. Not good. These guys moved and ran forward. When the Auto Xenos tells you to go and get Captain Cassius, you do not sit back in a gunline formation because you're going to die anyway. So they've moved up to put a bit of a firing position in the middle with the Ogrins in front of them. Just feet away from Cassius. In saying that, these 2 lascans fired over at Carnifex over here. Bounced off his carapace. Everything here fired at the Carnifex. Absolute terrible round of shooting. And he's not even wounded. So that's the Guard turn 1. In the firing positions. Hopefully they'll have a bit more opportunity at the end of this turn. Alright guys, Tyranids have come burling through the buildings. They already have Captain Cassius, first turn. They've all run. Being Gene Stealers, you're always going to run because you can assault afterwards. These guys, Death Spitters, are assault, so I ran them as well. They got a whopping 12 run. Being Gene Stealers come running up here, and this Carnifex come running out here. Bioplasma done nothing. I aimed at these guys here. Got 1 shot, missed. This Bioplasma aimed for the Ogrins. 1 shot, missed. They're now currently holding Captain Cassius, which I would say they're probably going to make a retreat into the buildings. These guys are probably going to just try and take targets of opportunity now and try and free Captain Cassius. Oh, sorry. Chaplain Cassius. Alright, I'll get back to you at the end of a Astra Militarum turn. Right guys, end of guard turn 2. Over here, the entirety of the army pretty much is fired in here to obliterate the warriors. We got 5 down. I love the models and I will put them in another game, but yeah, they just got annihilated. But there is a bit of firepower in this gun line. Come on guys, give them a chance. Alright, over here, this guy lost 2 wounds from all this firepower here. So we've got rockets, battle cannons and auto cannons. He's angry now. And just between me and you guys, I hope he smashes this up. Alright, let's see what happens. We've got the Broodlord there, he's unharmed. I don't know what he can do against these guys. But probably something. We got these guys and these guys. I think these guys can come in, smash these guys up, survive 1 round of shooting, return into that building. The guard are going to have some trouble. Alright, we'll get back to you at the end of Tyranid turn 2. Alright guys. Tyranids have come in hot. This guy's come down. He's psychic powered. 3 wounds off this guy. Then he's attempted to assault and he's copped himself 6 wounds from a lucky melt hit. That's why we take melter people. 6 wounds. Righto, moved across here. This guy ran forward, tried to bioplasma, nothing much. As you can see here, nothing's happened between these 2 guys. This is a bit of struggle. But then if we take the camera back a few steps, we've been overrun. These gene sealers have wiped out a lot of guardsmen. They've just churned through them, but come on guys, that was no surprise. We've got our stalwart commander here. He's not afraid. He's got all this firepower behind him and he's like, come at me bro. Right, coming over here, we have the big guy's churned his way up here. He managed to bioplasma 1 wound off this. He got 6. I rolled a 6 for how many shots he got. He hit with a fair few, but the 5 up was what let him down. He only got the 1 wound. He did, however, churn his way through the autocannon team. But on saying that, they did get him down to 4 wounds, so they took another 2 wounds off him. So he's at halfway. Alright guys, let's go back to the next guardsman's turn. Let's see if they can pull a rabbit out of a hat. However, mind you, they're holding strong here. Alright guys. Alright people, this is bad. One good thing has come out of this round. This shooting managed to... We've got this guy down 9 wounds. Don't know how helpful that is. This guy's not been touched. Over here we've attacked this guy, but he's just ripped back and then due to morale just shredded his way through here. I shit you not, we have put the rest of the firepower into these guys and made... I think we killed like 4. The amount of 5s they've rolled is ridiculous. But hey, that's the way it goes when you roll dice. It's just not up to you anymore. This guy here just whiffed hard. Like he did not take a wound off him. Point blank, every round into the Carnifex. Zold's holding it. I'm not going to stop the game just yet because I think some unlucky rolls may change the tide of the battle. It looks like Tyranids are tearing their way through. Alright, see you at the end of Tyranids turn 3. Alright people, it's been a massacre. The big guys just come through here, both of them just torn through, destroyed the sentinels, destroyed guys, destroyed. I had to put the tank like that just to give it a little bit of effect. He's flipped it, he smashed it. He may be down, but he was still moving A and he charged in and his effectiveness just didn't wane. These guys just chomped through the guys, no effect. These guys just ran up, smashed their way through a sentinel, and once again, for some more effect, these Carnifex just blew the ass out of this guy. Lifting it up with his sheer strength, smashing it open. Coming over here, Captain Cassius, brave. He won't give no screams, but yes, he's going to be getting dragged back out. to the bride, back to the hive mind, to have his brain extracted. It was this close. If only he could have got to these Prometheum tanks, he could have refueled his flamer and just whooped ass. That wasn't to be this day. Alright guys, it's another battle report. Thanks for watching. Look forward to having more. Good night.